so bright out.
Yes. And we're surrounded by dumpsters and porta potties.
This is so ugly.
Yeah, not gonna get into it. What should be a national landmark is under construction apparently. We do...
Right off a highway, too.
Right off a highway. We did find a wonderful plaque that is going to be shown here. Basically, the Washington DC Film Society has a nice little plaque up next to the stairs. It's only, what, about a year old?
Barely.
Barely.
Last Halloween.
Yeah, last Halloween, and just basically explains that these are the iconic stairs. So let's take a look at them.
We are actually in the middle of the stairs. Yes. I don't know if you can really see how steep these are. In fact,
hella steep.
It is pretty terrifying, even walking down them.
Yes. We'll get a nice, beautiful shot from the bottom, but we wanted to see.
This is us in the middle of
the steps. Yeah.
So we were right across the street
from
where we were at the Tombs, which is also a bar. It was used in the movie.
Yes, indeed it was.
No plaque here.
No plaque, no. But we know. We know what went on here.
It's literally right across the street from the
Yes, it would make sense that this is where they would go to have a drink before they plummeted to their death. So, no plaque, but hey, we're at the Tombs.
We, I think, are on the campus of Georgetown.
I believe so.
Right
Plenty
now.
of college students playing Frisbee in the scorching heat.
So you can see we're at Healy Hall.
There you go.
Should look pretty familiar.
Yeah.
If you even kind of, I'm just going to move the camera up a little bit.
Oh, there you go,
can
yeah.
see, yep,
Yeah,
there we go.
Plus, we got a couple of shots of kind of the whole thing that we'll mix in here as well. But,
we're going to go around back the chapel, even though they didn't use the interior, the chapel's around back.
Right,
so
yes.
we're going to go walk around and see that too. I'm so sweaty, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. That glow that you see on us is actual, you know, sun bouncing off perspiration, not just our usual glow. Nonetheless, here we are outside the actual Dahlem Chapel.
Which they only use the exterior.
Yes.
We all know why.
And if the audio on this is a little low, there's actually a wedding going on right now, so yes, reasons I can't begin to understand, we're being respectful, but nonetheless, we are here, and...
I'll step out of the way so you can kind of see.
Yeah.
It should look familiar.
There you go, nice big wide shot of it. Yep.
Some stuff going on, sorry about the people, but guess weddings are important.
Someone said life happens. I say no. Here we are outside the, what's the
Greenmount.
Greenmount Cemetery on a Sunday.
And surprise!
It's closed. I guess no one visits their relatives on Sunday?
I don't know if there's a church attached, if it's a church thing, because it looks like there's actually, I'm looking at what looks like a big building. I don't know what it is.
Know.
But I mean, and not like sort of closed.
No. Spiked gate closed.
Big black gates. We're going to drive by it in a second and show everyone. But it is like super closed.
Yeah, the living are not getting in and the dead are not getting out. That is how locked up this place is. And we are not here at 5 in the morning either, okay?
No,
so
what time is it? It's
10:35.
10:30, yeah.
Yeah, so no excuse possible. We really wanted to show you the tombstone of the gentleman who patented the Ouija board, as his tombstone is in the shape of a Ouija. How cool. Yeah, exactly.
And it's also, since Baltimore is pretty old, there's a lot of like historical figures, war heroes. John Wilkes Booth is buried here. I was just kind of interested, like, how cool is that?
Walk on his grave, see what's doing.
Yeah.
Exactly, but it's not to be. So the effort was made, but we can't control the...
Well, you know what? Let me grab the camera. Let me put my seatbelt on first. Safety first.
Yeah.
Okay. So this way we can show you. We're going to drive by here. Let me flip this around. Okay. So you can see here is the cemetery.
Car coming. Yeah. All right. I'm going to pull right up on the gates here to get a beautiful shot of the...
Whoa. Oh, yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Look at that. That's extra closed.
We are not welcome here, boys and girls.
We tried.
Yes, we did.
It looks really cool. It looks really pretty. It's huge, but it is not to be.
And it is private property. No trespassing. Violators will be prosecuted.
And there's like, how do you zoom in on this?
At the top.
Ha. I'm gonna zoom in. That's also chained.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
So this is
if this
we
was,
tried.
Yeah. If it was the middle of the night, we would just sneak in. But the middle of the day, not so much. Holy cow.
We are back in regular car, no more rental car. We have landed, we're on our way home.
Yes.
Deliriously exhausted.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm saying on my days.
This is going to sound really silly, so just bear with us. I mean, just for reference sake, I think yesterday, between walking around Baltimore and DC, we clocked, what,
over 6 miles.
Over 6 miles.
And it was 93 degrees, but felt like 104.
That's not us saying it. That's
No, that was
weather.com.
according to the weather.
Yes.
So, in 104 degrees, we did 6 miles, and then hotel beds suck. So, I slept approximately 5 minutes. It felt like.
And then
I woke up at 8. He was already up. I said my first sentence at 9:30.
if you called, a sentence, but okay.
It was rough this morning.
Yeah, and we've been basically non-stop travel since then.
I don't even know what it looked like. Oh, God.
Yeah. Nonetheless, absolutely amazing.
Oh my
Wonderful
God.
time.
It was our first time away together at all for this.
Right.
And we already have talked about the next places we want to go on our list.
Yeah,
If you will ever travel with me again.
That's
You might not.
I'm too tired to talk about that. We'll discuss it later.
But we definitely have a few other states and horror tourism things we want to hit up. Ideas, yeah. So hopefully this is our first trip. It is not our last trip.
Not at all. No
We both
question.
love traveling. We did so many awesome things that I never even thought I would do.
Yes,
I guess.
without question.
You know, to be standing at The Exorcist steps. I love that movie. I watched that movie all through my teenage years, and we walked up and down them. How do you even conceive that?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Hopefully it'll come across, in this video, our excitement level. And then, if you haven't traveled, we really recommend you do, because the other thing, and you'll see some of this, is that the things that we didn't plan, that we didn't predict, that just were completely blown away. Absolutely spectacular.
And just driving around suburban
places.
Baltimore, figuring things out. I was the navigator, he was the driver, so that my hair is everywhere. I don't know what's happening here. I'm so sorry.
I guess the hair freak when it heard you say you were the navigator.
Yeah, I was not a good navigator, but I was the navigator.
We did arrive. We didn't, careen off a cliff. So, the job done. The job done. Let's say that. With new food, new places, new experiences. That's the joy and the beauty of travel, and that's what it was really all about.
And even just between, DC and Baltimore, there were a bunch of horror, I guess, things to do with almost and we didn't hit all of them, unfortunately. We wanted to do a ghost tour in DC, but the one we wanted to go on didn't work with our schedule, unfortunately.
No, unfortunately not.
But there were things we didn't even have time to do. There were so many things just in those cities. Forget the rest of the United States. DC and Baltimore had a bunch of awesome things.
Yeah, if time had permitted, you would have seen a nice clip of the sign for Burkittsville, Maryland.
Yeah, we did a lot of Blair Witch research while we were there.
Yeah.
The Griggs house, which is the house from the original Blair Witch Project, has been torn down.
Like gone.
Yeah. Which sucks.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, where we were, Burkittsville, where it takes place, was
Just too far away.
over an hour away. It was like 50 or 60 miles away in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
It wasn't on our way to anything. It wasn't. So we considered doing it, but we just couldn't make it happen. But there were things we could have done still.
Yeah.
We didn't even get everything while we were there.
No. We foolishly took a small smidgen of time for ourselves. And this is a friend of mine, but outside of that, it was nonstop and plenty more.
And that was pretty horrifying, because it turns out.
Oh, actually,
So we went to his I guess, her best friend's house, and then hung out with him and his wife. And they told us that right outside on the street 6 weeks ago, one of their neighbors was murdered.
Yeah, and this is not a bad part of town.
No, we were outside of Baltimore. We weren't in the city. We were somewhere up in the suburb. It was definitely suburban.
Too far from Loyola. A great area,
We walked down to, the Avenue Strip where everything was, and it was cute and local and all this stuff. So yeah, there was just a random murder on the street of their neighbor.
And it was indeed random. It wasn't,
it wasn't a serial killer.
Or anything like that. But, hey, horrified things happen everywhere.
Yes, the monster within nonsense, and
it's not nonsense. It's a fact.
It is a fact. But We did have a great time. We didn't kill each other.
No, we didn't. That was the biggest surprise.
Yeah, he brought me coffee to the hotel room every morning. I think that was essential.
That was self-preservation.
That was.
Ladies and gentlemen. That was not an act of kindness. That was self-preservation.
We did do some filming in the hotel room. I'm sure you'll see some videos pop up where we are clearly not in the regular studio.
Like all of them.
Pretty much, yeah. But that was also a lot of fun to figure out the lighting and the setting and where we're going to put things and sound. And you know what? Not that they look bad, but even if they don't look perfect, I think it's great we have some videos set somewhere else.
Without question. I mean, you know, we wanted to, we could do a whole video of us driving around the car. That's great, that's exciting, but the chance to actually bring you guys in, show you all the places we went that we could. Obviously, we couldn't film like on the ghost tour and stuff like
we couldn't film in places really.
But as much as we could, and the hotel was a part of that. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you get a kick out of this. And close, even remotely close to how much we did making it.
Yeah, you know, let us know. This is, like we said, just our first trip, not our last. So let us know if there's any other really awesome places to go.
Yeah.
I think we have 2 other states on our list that are pretty high up there, based on our own personal interests. But if there's any other cool stuff or what?
Well, the one.
What's the one? Rhode Island?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, Rhode Island was one of them.
I know. I'm looking forward to that. So.
Yeah, we want to do a Lovecraft vacation.
Yes.
Maybe multiple. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. So.
But yeah, let us know, because there are great movies filmed other places we would love to check out. So,
without question, I think,
as you can tell, the driving's a little rough. So sorry about the found footageness going on here. Which I guess we just made our own found footage movie this whole.
We did, without the gruesome ending.
Well, we're not home yet.
That's a good point.
I could still get murdered.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't know what's waiting for me in my apartment.
Yeah. Well. Not only that, but I think you can tell we're sort of fading fast.
Oh, good God. I just want to sleep in my own bed.
Yes. Oh, God. Yeah, sleep in my own bed till, I don't know, Thursday.
Till 6 in the morning when we have to get up and go to work.
Okay.
Yay!
Reality comes crashing down. Thank you, Lexus, for just ruining what remains of this vacation. Oh, God.
Yep.
We had not brought up work. Not at all.
No, we didn't. I didn't talk to anyone from work.
I didn't say, oh, how was work? Oh, mine's shitty. No, it wasn't brought up until this very moment.
No, but I'm also friends with a lot of people at my job, so for me to actually not talk to them for a couple days was really weird, but also probably refreshing.
Yeah.
I love you guys, but man.
We were on vacation.
Yes. Okay, so we don't need to continue the found footage because then bad things happen to us. So signing out.
Yeah. Obviously, we had an absolute blast on our horror trip to Baltimore. Oh my God, absolutely wonderful. Now, if you know of any place that you think might be great for us to check out, write in the comments below. Just hit us up, let us know.
And also subscribe to our channel as well as all of our social media, which should be right on top of us. We certainly posted shenanigans on Instagram and Twitter for sure. Some of our stuff's on Facebook as well. Let us know what you thought.
Exclusive images from the trip.